just roll yourself like this and you will be safe. Nobody can see you. You can look like whatever. Hello, my lovely subscribers. Of course, you are here with Rasa the dancer, and I have my yoga mat here because we will be doing some stretches for our back. Now, a video I made a while ago, which was just random stretches for dancers who want to stretch before they start dancing or after the dancing. And I actually had a lot of comments of you specifically asking for stretches for the back. So we're not going to waste any more time. This is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to stretch your back, and that is going to be perfect, especially after dancing and before going to sleep, so I wouldn't wake up all stiff and injured. So let's go. Okay, so the first stretch that I'm going to show you is a child pose, and a lot of you probably seen it before, and it's actually a very good stretch because it's good for the lower back, which sometimes is so problematic. It's also really easy to stretch no matter where you are, and it also helps you on your sides and your arm muscles. You know, your back has this one long muscle that sometimes get really tight between your shoulder blade and your hip, so it's really good for that as well. But first, let's address the obvious. Yes, I am wearing fluffy socks. It is London, it is cold, and I have bad circulation inherited from my mother, okay? So yes, I'm wearing socks, but my feet are warm and comfortable. So now, we're gonna get into a stretch position. So I'm gonna be on my knees like this, and then I'm just gonna slightly come up. And as I do, I'm gonna place my hands in front of me, right? As I do so, I'm gonna try to gently now keep glued my arms, my hands to the floor or the mat, and I'm gonna start pushing my boom boom all the way down towards my heels. And as I go here, I feel a stretch, and I'm gonna relax my head down. And I'm just gonna stay here for about 30 seconds, and I'm gonna keep on breathing while I'm in this position. And then you can actually come up and maybe even try again one more time. But sometimes if you don't feel like this stretch is happening, just take your hands a little bit further and then try one more time. And the most important thing, keep on breathing. And as I say, this stretch is really good, not just for your lower back, but for the whole upper back and this situation right here. I love this stretch. You can definitely do it. It's not like super intense stretch. That's why it's also good before going to sleep. Okay, so the second stretch starts from the same position as we did the first one, child pose, but this one is going to be just a little bit deeper stretch. So if you need a little bit more, it's going to be perfect for you. I have a lot of injuries, so I love this exercise very much. So now we're going to go exactly the same with the hands in front of us, but instead of going too far forward, we're going to keep them right there where we can see them, and we're going to start walking to one direction. So in this case, I'm walking to my left. And as I'm walking, when I feel a little bit of a stretch already, I'm going to stop. And then if I walk to the left, is the opposite arm that's going to stay on the floor. So my right arm is going to stay on the floor, my lower body where it was, and I start sitting down with my bum on my heels. Then as soon as you're in this position, you relax your head down, relax the other arm, and that is the best stretch ever. Oh, can I just stay here? Because you have now the stretch all the way through your arm, through the shoulder blade, through your back, into your hip because of this twist. And it's a really safe stretch if you do it nicely. And then when you stay there for about 30 seconds, you come back, and of course you want to do exactly the same thing to the other side. And remember, I was saying if we're going to the right, is the left arm. So we want always to have the opposite twist. And then we sit and relax. And of course, if you are a little bit more flexible and stuff and you're well stretched, you will find that your arm might need to go a little bit more forward before you start sitting down. And if not, it'll be a little bit closer. None of it is wrong or right. You just have to estimate it, try different positions. But once you get that nice and stretchy position, just sit in it, breathe through it. Don't push anything, only do 10%. We want to make sure we stretch nicely and not, break anything, right? And enjoy it. Okay, so the stretch number 3 that you can also easily do at home is basically you're gonna open your legs and you're gonna stretch the sides, side and side. Now, you don't have to open your legs a lot. Again, as I say, if you're super flexible, then you already know your positions. But if you don't really think you are really flexible, when you're gonna, I'm gonna be rude for a little bit. If you're gonna open your legs, all you need to do, open as much as comfortable, and then you're gonna place one hand behind and one in front and just come forward a little bit more. And you will feel, because your feet are on the floor, that you just gave yourself a little bit of a stretch here. So now, this is stretching, but this is not our priority. That's why I say it doesn't matter how much you open. Keep your body, upper body engaged upwards. Try not to slouch, because it's gonna lose the purpose of the stretch. So everything is upwards. And now, I'm gonna go stretch one way or another, sideways, right? If I'm gonna go this way, my one hand, there's so many ways you could do this, but I am taking it as you're not really flexible, right? So it's nice to keep the shape. I place one hand behind my leg and I start going to that direction where I'm gonna stretch, and the other arm just comes up. And then if you're a little bit more flexible, the elbow can come down onto the floor, which gives you a little bit more support as you're stretching sideways. Now, of course, you can do when you're coming up, make sure everything's upwards. And of course, you're gonna do exactly the same to the other direction. But why I'm showing you the arm here? Because a lot of the times, when you're not very flexible, it's hard to keep this upwards position. And what happens a lot of the time, people, when they bring the arm here or here, they start doing this and they are not straight anymore. The whole point of actually stretching the sides is to make sure that we have a straight line going all the way to the side. So in the meantime, to get those right positions, keep that arm on the side, and when you put it down, it's gonna help you to maintain that position. And if you can't go that low, you can just place it on your leg and just breathe. Breathing is everything. Now my feet are flexed like this, pointing, or flexed like this. As I say, we are not focusing on our leg stretch. So as long as you have some tightness to keep you in place, you're gonna be fine. But this is a fantastic stretch for the side, the shoulder, and you can even feel it a little bit in the hip. Give it a go. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love this next one, because the stretch happens when you're laying down. Oh, my favorite position. Okay, let's get it started. Oh, seriously guys, you have no idea. I've been going through a lot, as in I've been working a lot, and I can feel everything. So this stretch is actually good for me as well. So now, you're gonna be laying down, and all you need to do is bring both of your knees towards you, wrap your hands around your knees, and just gently sway. Now, for some of you, that will already be a stretch, okay? So for example, if you're a male, a little bit of a, particular age, this is fantastic. It opens your lower back for sure. And you can just do little circles. Make sure you engage your core and you breathe through it. And this is like a super duper stretch. But then if you are a little bit more flexible and you need to stretch a little bit around your hip area, the connection between your back, it's really, really nice if you could raise your legs up, right? If you can't, as I say, stick with this, just bounce forwards and backwards, bounce in a circular motion, everything gentle when you stretch, right? But if you can, raise your legs up and just try to slightly sway towards you and away from you. Now here you will feel a little bit stretching in your legs as well. But now if you go just a little bit further and you start swaying and lifting your spine a little bit up from the mat, you will feel a really nice curvy stretch here around the lower back. And it's just super, super nice. And you actually can do that a little bit, few times, bend it, and again do your circles. But that just opens up all kinds of situations. And of course, for my super duper advanced stretches, you can always bring it all the way around and then just chill in this position. And that is actually even a deeper, better stretch. And always remember, after laying down, stretching on the floor, actually laying down, make sure that when you want to get up, you always go sideways. So not to jerk your neck, because after a good stretch, your body is basically loose and it could participate in some sort of injury if you suddenly go, ha! Yes? So just roll yourself like this and you will be safe. Nobody can see you. You can look like whatever. Final stretch that I'm gonna show you is one of my favorites. It's a reoccurring one from other videos as well. Love, 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 love this one. So now, we're gonna open the legs a little bit, pointing outwards, nice and relaxed. We're gonna have elbow to elbow situation. And what's gonna happen, don't do it, okay? Watch it first. So the technique is important. We bend our knees kind of like in a squatting position. And as we do that, we actually going down with a little bit of a hump. And once we reach, oh, guys, did you see this? I have pins coming out of my head. 1 second. Let's proceed. This is real time, people, real time. Okay, so we got elbow to elbow, where was I? And we start bending our knees and we start going down, right? Now, as soon as you relax into this position, if your knees are bent, you're not gonna be straightening your legs, but you will immediately feel a stretch in your lower back. Once you're here now, all you need to do is breathe and start gently swaying. And when I say gentle, I mean gentle. You sway your arms back and forth. You can do circles, sway side to side. Oh my God, that's amazing. And then you gently start coming up. Very, very gently. Your back is still in a hump as you're coming back. You're straightening your legs and your head is the last one to come back. I'm just gonna show you, I don't wanna be rude again, but I'm gonna show you from behind just so you would understand that when I'm bending my legs here and I'm going down, I'm not actually going forwards. I am collapsing my body gently forwards, and as I'm here and I feel the stretch in the lower back, right here, oh so good. That's when I start my little stretch. And actually when I sway here, I usually think about what videos I will make. I'm thinking about my parents at home in Lithuania, what they are doing, literally relaxing a little bit in a Zen position. And then look, when I'm coming back, nice and gentle, first my knees, then my back, and only my head is the last. Everything you do, very, very gentle, but you will feel so nice because this literally naturally through gravity stretches you, and when you sway to different directions to give you a different angle of stretching, it feels amazing. And there you go, my 5 stretches for your back, and they are really, really safe as long as you don't go mental and go like, yeah, right? Do everything nice and easy, breathe, and you will really feel benefits from these stretches. Now guys, I have so much more content here and I am so close to 10,000 subscribers. I do need a bit of a push from you guys, so make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you have some friends that are not subscribed, come on, make them, do something. I would highly appreciate it. It would be the best Christmas present ever if I get the 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. Guys, I appreciate you, thank you very much, and make sure you check out other videos for stretches. They are all there for you.